Hi, welcome to the course for Basic Budgeting on Excel. This is Ümmü Gülsüm Zor. In this part, I will introduce myself a little bit. I will talk about the funding of this project. I will talk about requirements for this course, the general audience of the course. I will briefly review the syllabus and then we will skip to the next part after we talk about what we are going to see in the next part. I am an assistant professor of accounting in the School of Business at Altınbaş University, Istanbul, Turkey. As Altınbaş University, we are the leading partner of this project. I am teaching financial accounting, managerial accounting, and management control courses. So basically, my major is accounting. However, my research is more specific on the management accounting practices, specifically small and medium-sized enterprises management, and also management control. For this course, we are expecting you to have some basic computer skills to follow the instructions and apply the same method steps on your own after the course. So if you need to have some soft skills, especially in Excel, because we are going to be using Excel for this course, you can take TEI-106 Basic Office Skills Excel before taking this course. The expected audience for this course is the individuals who might need to develop their financial plans for their own. So you can actually apply the methods that we are going to be talking about in this course on your personal finance, or if you're planning to start your own startup, you can also apply it to your business at the beginning level, of course. So for the individuals who will complete this course are expected to improve their skills in Excel and also budgeting functions. So for budgeting on Excel, we will be relying on the formulation on Excel. I will be sharing the screenshots from Excel on the slides, but also I will be skipping between the slides and the Excel so I can show you how to apply the steps. This course is part of the Person project. And Person project is an Erasmus Plus project. Erasmus Plus is a European Union program to support education, training, youth, and sport in Europe. The aim of Erasmus Plus is to contribute to the strategy of Europe for 2020 in terms of growth, jobs, social equity, and inclusion, and as well as the aims of ET22, the European Union Strategic Framework for Education and Training. Erasmus Plus also aims to promote sustainable development of its partner in the field of higher education and contribute to achieving the objectives of European Union Youth Strategy for future. So this course consists of 5 parts, including this part. After this part, we will talk about how we are going to be developing income, cost, and expense forecasting on Excel. So basically, we are going to have some information based on our experience, and then we are going to be developing the expectation for future for a specified period of time. Then we will simply enter the numbers that we are projecting into the respective cells on Excel. Then after that, of course, we are going to be developing a budget, but budget doesn't mean anything if you don't also enter the actual numbers after you have the actual numbers on your hand. Then therefore, we are going to be developing also the actual results on the same style, and we are going to be measuring the differences. In part 2, we are going to be simply entering the numbers. Then in part 3, we are going to talk about how we can use budgets as a control tool. On part 4, we will be talking about variance analysis. This is simply the difference between your budget and your actual results. So we are going to talk about how we can improve ourselves in the areas that we have some problems. And the last part, we will be talking about creating and reading budget graphs. So simply based on what we have learned in this first four parts, we will be creating the graphs depending on your preference. And then after that, we will talk about how to read them. This is very important in terms of your, well, to see your financial situation as a, entire picture. It is also important if you go your own, do your own, start your own business in the future. In the second part, next part, we will be developing our forecast and calculate our revenue or income depending on you're a person or you're a business. And we will also talk about how to forecast and calculate cost and expenses. Again, this is depending on if you are doing the budget for a business or for a person. And then we will talk about specified period of time in terms of budgets. Thanks for participating, and I will see you in the next part.